Hey, Red Lipstick Club reality fam. I have exactly 2 subscribers, maybe 3 subscribers now. So the fam is small, but you guys are here. Thank you for joining. If you guys are new here, please subscribe. I would love to have you join me and talk more about the Sister Wives. If you have already been here before, thank you guys so much for coming back, chatting with me a little bit, talking about what we've been seeing on television. Okay, so I'm sure you guys have seen that Meri now has released a joint statement between her and Kody, basically saying that they have decided to call it quits. It's interesting to me. This statement is very blasé. It's pretty neutral, whatever. But her statement that she posted, if you have not followed Meri on her Instagram, you should definitely do that so you could actually read the statement. But she has a statement that she posted on there. And I found it interesting that she talks about how she doesn't want to hear anything negative. She only wants to hear positive. And if you were coming there to hear her say anything bad about Kody, well, you just weren't going to get that. And I'm looking at Meri and I'm just like, Meri, girl. This marriage has been over for a couple years now. We all know it's been over. He's told you it's over. The only thing that he did not allow for you to do is to be able to own that it was over. And so he told you to keep this a wraps because he knew that it would be a PR liability and a total PR nightmare to tell the world that not only had he lost Christine, but he also lost you, and he also is in the process of losing Janelle. Any person with 2 eyes, 2 ears, and a mouth can clearly see that this man is not capable of being number one in plural marriage, but also that he is a complete narcissist. And I know people say don't diagnose people. You don't want to make an assumption about somebody. But when you lose 3 people back to back to back like that, it's pretty evident that you have somebody in your life that is feeding your narcissistic tendencies, and because of that, you have a unrealistic level of what's the word I'm looking for, you guys? An unrealistic level of not superiority, but confidence. You have like a level of confidence that's not realistic. And obviously Robin has been feeding that. And when you have that unrealistic level of confidence, you start making claims that do not align with what really is the truth of the matter. And then an example of that would be him toting out this need for patriarchy that at no point did he ever need prior to Robin coming into the family. Sorry guys, excuse me for the coughing. I've been dealing with bronchitis, my bad. Anywho, you guys, I don't remember any of the women really talking about Kody, talking about a need for patriarchy at any point in any of their relationships. I don't remember that being a factor. I don't remember that being conversation. I don't remember that being a condition of love that any of the women have mentioned in any of their relationships prior to Robin coming into the relationship. And all of a sudden now, a need for patriarchy, a need for some kind of higher level of respect all of a sudden is now a condition of his love. These things did not at any point feel like they were a condition of his love prior to Robin coming into the relationship. And I think about how Robin came in with nothing but a whole bunch of kids and debt. And of course you're going to have a different reaction to a relationship and how you're dealing with a man when really you're so dependent on him for honestly your survival. And you're thinking about, how am I going to feed my kids? She mentions multiple times how she didn't know how she was going to feed her children. If you went from not knowing how you were going to feed your kids to knowing you were going to have a home, knowing you were going to have food and shelter, all these things, people to maintain and manage your life, you might become a lot more subservient than the average woman would if they were a woman that was actually contributing to and making life exist for their family. And as far as we've been told, Janelle, Christine, and Meri all worked. They were all financially contributing to their homes. So it's a completely different conversation. At no point have we ever heard of Robyn having a job outside of My Sister Wives Closet and this show. She's had no contributing financial connection to the family outside of those two things. And both of those things required an investment from the other women. None of those entities were profitable without the other wives. However, Meri has done LuLaRoe, which is profitable without the wives. Her Lizzie's Inn, which is profitable without the wives. Christine does LuLaRoe, and I think she does Plexus as well, profitable without the wives. Janelle does Plexus, another profitable thing beyond the wives. And all those women had outside jobs prior to Robyn coming in, and even while Robyn was in. Also, Christine and Janelle both went out and got real estate licenses so they could provide additional income to their families. And if you're selling your homes and you're the real estate agent, guess what? Now you're not paying those listing fees. You're not paying the fees you would pay to having an agent if you're listing your own homes. So there was another opportunity for them to capitalize on their own financial prosperity. So I'm sorry. I'm looking at this whole situation. I'm looking at Meri now posting this, trying to still take up for Kody, which tells me that this posting is basically happening. I hate to tell her, but because Robyn probably pushed it as well. I don't think it was just Kody. I don't think it was this whole People magazine released it first, whatever, nonsense and shenanigans. I honestly feel like that Robyn went to Kody and said, you know what, before this becomes a mess and becomes a bigger liability for you and I, why don't you go ahead and get with Meri and put together a release and tell everybody that you guys are no longer together, because this is just becoming a bigger liability for the both of us. I honestly would not be surprised if Robyn got him to basically go ahead and put out this release at this point, because Meri feels still incredibly delusional. She talks about how she now all of a sudden is owning her own power. How? I don't know how she's doing that. Unless she basically told me she fully embraced this split and it was a choice for herself, that it was also going to make her more happy. I don't believe that this is also something she chose. I just think at this point, once you've had this tell-all and everything's progressing the way it is, you don't really have an option at this point. It's looking really messy. So that's just something I thought about. Tell me, you guys, how do you feel about Meri now? And apparently Meri and Kody releasing the statement saying they're no longer together. They're officially divorced now. Maybe he's got 2 down, 2 to go. What's going to happen? Oh, Sister Wives is so good. I love it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.